What is up, y'all? I am back, and right here we're gonna try to sign Gerald Hodges back. I don't know how it's gonna work. I mean, 3 years maybe. Let's see how this works. Needs improvement. Fantastic. Well, Phil Dawson, we gotta sign him back. I mean, he getting old, but maybe 2 year. No, I'll go back to the 1 year. Let's go back to 1 year. Well, and fantastic. Well, it's gonna jump us into the Week 3 matchup versus the Seattle Seahawks. Our first big divisional matchup. I mean, the first one was obviously the Rams, but the first big one because the Seahawks are the team that's top of our division. They're the team to beat, the team that we need to get through to make the playoffs. So this is like a big game for us right now. We want to show that we're not scared of the top dog and that we are ready to try to take over this division. I mean, us going 2-0, I mean, the whole rebuild, possible title of everything that I was going to have in the beginning for the 49ers obviously isn't really, living up to the name. Right now, we're playing like the top team. So, hey. Man, Snapchatting people, you know how it is. But, yeah, so here we go. Let's look at this. Week 3 matchup. Pete Carroll, 2016 stats. Damn, 5th ranked offense and 4th ranked defense. So this is going to be a battle of defenses right here. All right, in games in Seattle. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. As we end up getting a field goal on one of our first drives. Seattle didn't do anything in the first drive, so it's going to jump us up into halfway through the first quarter, and we completely blotch on tackling Doug Baldwin. And it's a touchdown. 72-yard touchdown for Doug Baldwin. Secondary does need some work, honestly. Seriously, the game just didn't let me tackle him. Really? Eric Reed would have got him. So it's going to put us in our ball. 2nd and 4, and we try to go down. Braxton Miller showing that why he is a dual threat quarterback. He's playing like what film shows. So after that first down, Braxton Miller trying to go here as he jukes out Cam Chancellor, avoids the tackle from Earl Thomas, and then gets out of bounds, showing that he ain't scared of nobody. Even the dual-headed Satan beast in that secondary of the Legion of Boom, he ain't worried about none. That's Trent Richardson showing that he is capable of playing like that third pick in the draft like he was a few years ago. He's trying to show that those Bama days weren't just a fluke. As Braxton Miller throws his first interception of the season, overthrowing Quentin Patton, to throwing it straight to Cam Chancellor. Those are the little things that show that maybe Braxton needs a little bit of help on some passes. He sails some passes. And right there, proved it. As Russell Wilson stands up in the pocket, 3rd and 5, and he hits Tyler Lockett to go down the field. Russell with the Seahawks, they're driving pretty well to start out this second quarter. Having a pretty good drive to start it. As Russell Wilson stands up in the pocket and hits Doug Baldwin down the sideline on that comeback route. Just fantastic. And that's going to put him in the red zone, 17-yard line. Here we go. Team Carradine trying to get that pressure. Thomas Rawls, and what the fuck was I doing? Eric Reed, sometimes this game just screwed me over. Didn't let me have a good angle, whatever. But here we go. So that's going to put us down 14-3. We're right now, and then we end up getting a field goal on our next drive. We're not able to punch it in, but we are able to move the ball. So it's just showing that everything is great as Eric Reed gets the interception. Let's go. Pick 6. Showing what's up with the defenses. 2 top 5 defenses in the league as far as the first 2 weeks are concerned. And we're showing why our defense was ranked high like that. We haven't played against the best offenses. We're showing why. I mean, hey, y'all ain't got no O-line. We're going to exploit that. After that, Seattle and getting the ball back, and we're gonna get the ball here at midfield. As Braxton Miller on 3rd and 6 gets a big run right before the 2-minute warning to almost the we're trying to close out this half with some scores. That way we can get the ball at half and score. As Braxton's rolling out and he hits, Streeter. Let's go, baby. It's 21 seconds left. I'm on 5-yard line. Here we go. As Braxton runs and he tries to get into the end zone. As what the hell? I swear, okay, he's a receiver. So why does it doesn't make any sense to me as to why his carrying is so bad. All because he switched to quarterback doesn't mean his carrying all of a sudden becomes trash. But anyways, Russell Wilson tries to hit Doug Baldwin down the field, but we got that put on lock with Jimmy Ward with the interception to start the second half. And here we go. That was a beautiful defensive play. Trying to show our defense can keep us in this game, keep us alive. That's bow. There you go. There you go, buddy. Jimmy Ward with that beautiful interception. So after that interception, we end up getting a 3rd-and-5 situation here. Deep in our own territory. As Braxton Miller is trying to make changes at the line of scrimmage. And here we go. And he gets pressured. That KJ, right? The Seattle defense is no joke. Braxton is probably the hardest defense he's ever played against in his career, ever at quarterback. Because obviously NFL is better than college, and this is one of the best defenses in the NFL. And he's realizing that, but he still respects it. As Doug Baldwin burns us completely on a slant, takes us to the house. Defense showing that maybe we just didn't play against that good of offenses in the first 2 weeks. This is the first good offense that we're playing against. And we're shitting the bed when it comes to the passing game. Our secondary definitely needs some help. Kwan Williams isn't going to save everything, even though he had a pick six last week. It's obviously just showing right here that our defense needs a little bit more help in that secondary spot. I don't know where our safeties were, and I don't even know what play call I had, but corners need a little bit of help. We need more physical corners on the line of scrimmage. But here it goes. Doug Baldwin, he is bodying us. Doug Baldwin killing us today when he has 2 good games in a row. But he's double the yards now. And 3 less interceptions. So this week he's literally, he's had 2 good weeks and we're not stopping it now. So as he hits Russell Wilson hits Jimmy Graham in the middle of the end zone. Put us down 28-13 halfway through the 3rd quarter. But as we get the ball, 2nd and 8 here, midfield, we're trying to drive down the field, trying to keep ourselves in this game, trying to make it a 1-score game. As Braxton Miller's, slowly moving down this field, trying to do what he does. As we get a 1st down, here go Trent Richardson, getting rocked, but he's still gaining them 9 yards. But here we go. Trent Richardson back in the backfield blocking for Braxton as Braxton shows that he is a dual threat and slides this time, learning that he needs to slide, especially when playing against a tough team like this. I mean, last time he tried to get in the end zone, he was 1 yard and he fumbled it, but he's showing that, hey, maybe I can't take these hits. As he's trying to move Torrey Smith to the inside a little bit, trying to put him on an out route, wasn't open. As he hits Quentin Patton in the back of the end zone to make it a 1-score game. First receiving touchdown of the season for Quentin Patton. Quentin Patton really trying to show that preseason was not a fluke, as he was our leading receiver in the preseason. Trying to show that he can be just as good. As Braxton Miller is hitting down that sideline. Braxton Miller tries to spin out Russell Wilson. Not Russell Wilson. Richard Sherman. Doesn't work, but he still gets a big run. As late in the 4th quarter, Braxton Miller trying to show that he is never worried. No matter what the score, he's going to make plays and he's going to try to keep us in the game. After a holding penalty, We get put in a 1st and 20 situation as Russell Wilson hits Torrey Smith down the sideline, who jukes out the safety, and wow, let's go. Did Earl Thomas get hurt? I think Earl Thomas got hurt. Torrey Smith with a beautiful move after the catch. Braxton Miller hitting him down the sideline with a beautiful pass, showing that he can be a future great quarterback in this league. He shows flashes. He shows flashes of his skill. As we get put in 3rd and goal here, first 2 plays were a fail, and so he's gonna move out Vance McDonald to spread him out as we bow. Vance McDonald in the end zone on the slant route. In the end zone, middle of the end zone, showing Braxton Miller showing that he ain't scared of this Seattle defense. He ain't worried about nothing. Because we ain't scared, bro. We ain't scared. Braxton Miller is trying to show he's ready, and we're trying to show we have confidence in him. Matt Hedrick showing he has confidence in the young buck. No matter who we're playing against in Seattle, in bad boy territory, we're not scared. Trent Richardson gets the toss, and wow, let's go. 2-point conversion, tie game, late in the 4th quarter. Let's go. So Seattle here at midfield, right before 2-minute warning, 3rd and 7, crucial down in the game. Here we go. As we sack Russell Wilson to make them punt the ball right before the 2-minute warning. And let's go. Defense showing why they were ranked in the top 5. So Braxton Miller here, potential game-winning drive versus the Seattle Seahawks. Tie game. Not a lot of pressure for him, but a lot of pressure at the same time. As Braxton Miller gets hit. He's trying to, okay, here we go. Look at him orchestrate this. Look at him orchestrate this offense. Trying to show that he has some poise. Play action. Stands up in the pocket. He rushes out. He hits the check down. Here we go. Makes McDonald out of the backfield. Stop the clock. Showing good clock awareness, game awareness. Russell Wilson, not Russell Wilson. Braxton Miller trying to show that he has some skill in this offense. As we're going to put Dre Archer, Trent Richardson back there with Braxton. Dre Archer to have some speed out there, you know. Okay, Braxton Miller stand up in the pocket, getting pressured like crazy as he slides down. That was a lot of pressure. Seattle, you know, they have a very good defense, and nobody can deny that. But Braxton Miller trying to, another play-action play as he called the play. So Trent Richardson shows that he has some game awareness too and gets out of bounds. Here we go. 28 seconds left. We're right outside of field goal range. Braxton knows that he doesn't have to go deep down the field. Just needs to get yard by yard. Still have 2 touchdowns in this game. And he's trying to show that he can make these plays deep in the game to win the game. Here we go. As he hits Vance McDonald down the field, in the middle of the field, and calls timeout. Beautiful. It's first down and 10. 28, 23 seconds left. We're going to try to get a little bit closer, but we need to stay in the middle of the field. That way we can keep a good, kicking angle for our kicker. But Trent Richardson obviously doesn't get the memo. But it's okay. As that's going to put us in 30 seconds. But Seattle's going to try to ice our kicker. You know how they do. So here we go. Can Phil Dawson win this game in Seattle? As long as the Seattle don't block it like they did in my Patriots franchise. Boy, we ain't scared of nothing. Let's go. As Phil Dawson wins the game, 31-28 versus the Seattle Seahawks. Beautiful, beautiful game. Pete Carroll's pissed off. You know how he is. O-line is pissed off. Cam Chancellor's in disbelief. As our team is lit on the sideline. Braxton Miller showing that he is playing real good. 3-0, just representing beating number 3 with the third win of the season. Russell Wilson showing the respect, showing that, hey, maybe I'm going to have to play a little bit better. We want to win the division this year because 49ers ain't no joke this year. Look at that beautiful game. That beautiful fourth quarter comeback. 18 points in the fourth quarter? Beautiful. Braxton Miller showing that he ain't scared of nothing. We're gonna look as we wrap it up here, looking at the stats. That was a beautiful game to play. I was actually talking to one of my friends. She was a Seattle fan, and she was hoping I lost, but I took that as as a test. I was like, I ain't gonna lose this time. So we're trying to really build this 49er team up. But as it's wrapping up, I hope anybody watching this, I hope you like it. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I guess I'll just talk to y'all later. See y'all next week for the next matchup against the Arizona Cardinals.